Hey, good morning. Jonas here with Peg Leg Speed Shop on Motorcycle Cannonball 2023. Uh, it is Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday was stage one for Motorcycle Cannonball, and we have a lot of updates for you. So, first of all, the ride was amazing. Riding an antique motorcycle on the Backroads America was just a magical experience. It was so wonderful. Brendan and I got in a good almost 100 miles yesterday. So that brings me around to it's bad news. Okay, it's bad news, but this is part of being in Cannonball. I've talked to a lot of other teams here. They're all rooting for us, and every one of them has stories where they had to miss a day or two or three because of a breakdown. So let's start with what happened. First of all, right out of the gate in Virginia Beach, the communication link between our helmets that no longer paired. So Brendan and I were using hand signals to do the route map. That was fine. We can deal with that. Then the very next thing that happened, all the stoplights out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, my clutch cable became way out of adjustment. I hardly had any clutch. I was grinding gears. But lucky for us, we got to a stoplight. And at that stoplight, it was a drawbridge. So it was a really long one. It was like 8 minutes. So I had time to whip around the corner, get a Leatherman out, and go ahead and adjust the clutch cable right here. All I had to do was break this lock nut loose, give that 3 turns. It took me longer to get the tools out and put away than it did to correct it. It was 100% fixed. 2 thumbs up, we're on our way down the road. This little pony here, she found her voice yesterday. She woke up, she was running beautifully. We had full throttle range, we had full power range. We were cruising, we were hitting speeds of 43, 44 miles an hour yesterday. It was working wonderfully. We're still having challenges kickstarting. The kickstarting though, the problem with starting is because we got water in the fuel. Water in the fuel because air gets in the gas tank, it condenses on the inside of the tank overnight and creates water droplets. Those water droplets are in the fuel. Everybody on Cannonball is having trouble with this. You hear all these bikes going spit, spat, putt, putt, spit, spat. We had that happening intermittently throughout the day. The way this tank works, there's a valve in here at the bottom of the tank. The valve has a little stem on it and a little filter, so we don't pull from the bottom of the tank. So a lot of the water stayed in the tank, but the water that did bounce and slosh as we were riding down the road and going up and down hills, that got caught in the carburetor float bowl. So right around about mile 91, actually before we even get to that, you'll see this yellow tape here. This is my mistake, my boo-boo. When we did stop for gas and filled up for gas, I forgot to tighten down the gas cap and we lost it. And it's going to be really, really difficult to replace. I'm sad about it, but that gas cap is long gone. There's no way we'll go back and find it on a 4-lane road. We can deal with that. About mile 91, the bike started losing power. She lost a lot of power. Dropped from 40 miles an hour down to like 38, 39, 34, 33, then down to 30. I backed off the throttle, gave her some time. I thought maybe it was the water in the fuel that was creating problems. But right around mile 96, about 5 miles into it, it was a complete failure. Heard a big backfire pop. It wasn't like a catastrophic engine failure pop, but it was a backfire pop, and could not get another spark out of the motor. So pulled over. We called our Cannonball organizers to let us know that we thought we were down. Then I decided to start taking action, see if we could fix the problem. First thought was water in the fuel. That was true. I dropped the plug out of the bottom of the float bowl. We drained some gas out of it into a water bottle. Took a look at that water bottle, and sure enough, just like everyone else, we had somewhere between a teaspoon and a tablespoon of water in the float bowl, which is bad because the main jet is sucking from the bottom of the float bowl. And so at the high speeds, when we were getting high speeds, we were getting that spitter spatter every once in a while. But we can deal with that and drain the water. What we can't deal with is what the real catastrophic failure was, is an exhaust valve. What's amazing about this exhaust valve, Chris pulled it out and took a good look at it. This little pony tried. After this broke and separated, she continued to run for a good 5 miles without these two pieces being connected the way they're supposed to, and hammered these surfaces a little bit. So she tried, she did the best. And that's probably when I noticed that the speed had dropped and the power had dropped, because we weren't getting an efficient exhaust valve behavior. So the unfortunate part about this is even though I'm supposed to have backups of these, I ordered these from Italy in May, I don't have them. The ship package never shipped from Italy. We've got a team here that's trying to help me, a team from Italy that's trying to help me knock on that door, see if we can get that. The whole team went together last night, and we worked. I mean, emotions all over the place, but we've got at least 5 separate possible opportunities to get a valve and get us back on the road. And I think worst case scenario, we will have a valve by Monday. Today's Saturday. We'll have a valve by Monday afternoon, maybe Monday evening. We'll pull all-nighter if we have to reassemble this engine, and we'll be back on the road, back at Cannonball on Tuesday morning. And the way the rules work, out of the 15 days, the 15 stages in the middle, we need 8 good ones to be in the running to possibly even win Cannonball. So we can still win this thing. We just need a valve. And this is par for the course. It's part of the challenge. Anybody who's trying to make a near 100-year-old motorcycle do something like this across the country, running wide open, doing something this machine hasn't done in more than 50 years, this is amazing. But we're going to do it, and we're going to get a valve. Thank you.